Hello and welcome back to Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade, the podcast with your girl, your host, Lily Kincade. We are officially in season 3 of this podcast, which feels crazy. I cannot believe how much time has just flown by. This is episode 2 of season 3, so you should definitely go back and listen/watch episode 1, talking all about my album making process and some things I've learned. It is still crazy to me that my album has been out for 3 weeks now. It doesn't feel real. If I think about it too much, I start to cry because I'm like, this is just crazy, like a dream of mine for so long, and it's finally out in the world. But today we're doing a refresher on my very, very, very first episode of Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade, which you should go back and listen to because I recently did a deep dive, went back and listened to a bunch of my own episodes because I needed the advice, and the very first episode was all about how to set healthy expectations and entering this new season, physically for me, and also too, like physically it's getting cold, like we're entering a new season, and like mentally now that my album is out, new creative season. I think that this is my little like hack. I have this formula. Basically, it's not even like a hack, but basically it's just like this little method that I do before I am starting a new task, or like, how to set healthy expectations, so then that way you don't get discouraged doing things. And I've taught this to a lot of my friends and kind of given them this little structure, and it's so helpful. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I already do that, but there's something about when you are intentional and you sit down and you write down these things, it can like make or break how things go and your mindset. So just wanted to share that with you. But before we get into that, we start every episode of Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade with a quote of the week. So I have one for you today. Let me pull it up on my phone. Also too, I love that you guys have been leaving comments. I know Bia, you commented asking me what books I've been reading. I'm going to share them. I got you. But yeah, if you guys ever have any comments, questions, things you want me to talk about, like Lily would love to know more about this. It can be music, life, anything you want, comment it. I will always go through the comments. You can always DM me too on Instagram, but sometimes the DMs get lost, like if the app changes where everything is located. But yeah, I'm feeling very cute today. I'm wearing my little faux fur headband. It's starting to get really cold in Tennessee, but I'm excited. I'm going back to California, so we're gonna have nice weather. Hopefully it's supposed to rain there too. And it never rains in California, but anyways, okay, the quote of the week, let me pull it up. It's by Brian Tracy, and it's, winners make a habit of manufacturing their own positive expectations in advance of the event. Let me repeat that for y'all. Winners make a habit of manufacturing their own positive expectations in advance of the event. So basically, that is, wait, I have notes on my phone. Why did I put my phone away? Basically, that is the key to things. You are in charge of your life, and stop letting other people's circumstances, determine how something went, determine how you feel about, an event, a birthday, a test, because you know what? There's so many things that are outside of our control. And the second that you put the success of something in another person's hands, you can't control it. And that's a very dangerous place to live. And so I have this method for how to set healthy expectations, which is just like the quote expressed, before anything in your life, you are going to determine if it's a success or not. And you're like, Lily, how do I do that? That doesn't really make sense. You are going to write down 3 to 4 things. Let's just stick with 3. 3 is a good number, right? Before every major thing in your life, or it could be before any like big event, big work event, big test, maybe you're moving cities. Maybe you are, hosting a Christmas party, hosting, a girls get together, anything. I want you to pick 3 things that are in your control. Write them down, text them to a friend, write them in your journal, something to hold yourself accountable. And if those 3 things are met, you cannot beat yourself up or get down on yourself or, talk bad about yourself. Because you know what? If those 3 things can be met, then it is a success, because power of life and death is in the tongue. And we have got to be so careful with what we tell ourselves. And so I want to give you some examples of how I kind of apply this. And it sounds really simple, but honestly, I needed to hear this. And I don't know. I think it's a good refresher and reminder, because we can get so caught up in, just like what's it called? Like what's the word I'm looking for? Autopilot. Loving you is my autopilot. Stream Subconscious by Lily Kincade. We can get so caught up in the autopilot of things that we kind of forget to do this. But this is something that I like to periodically do. And especially if I'm starting a new thing, which okay, now I'm writing new music, like new project. We're starting the podcast again. So I want to read you what I do. So before anything, I have to pick 3 things that are 100% in my control. It cannot be like, oh, if 50 people show up, then it's a success, because you are not 50 people. You are you. So, it has to be in your control. So for this podcast, for Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade, I've always said these are my 3 expectations. And if I do these things, then I'm like, okay, period. I'm going to keep showing up no matter what. Number 1 is I remain authentic. I'm in control of that. I can, say what I want to say, and I can express my views and keep it real. Real love. But I remain authentic. The other one is I remain honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I'm going to be talking about the highs, the lows, the good, bad, the ugly, everything in between. And a third expectation I have for myself is the sound quality is to the best of my ability and on time. My expectations are that I'm getting you, unless there's an emergency or something crazy happening, I'm getting you this episode on Monday. Every Monday for the duration of the season, we are locked in. We are, we're on it. And those are the expectations I set for myself. And for the first 2 seasons of the podcast, I was able to do that. And it felt really good because instead of focusing on, oh my gosh, this video only got 100 views. This video only got 2 comments. I wasn't worried about that. I was looking at it. Did I really like what I had to say? Was I being authentic? Was I being honest? Was I sharing what I wanted to share about this topic in order to help people? Did I post it on time? Was I making sure the sound was good? Was I making sure that it was uploaded on Mondays, no matter what? And the answer was yes to that, which allowed me to keep going and not worry about, oh my gosh, it's not good enough. There's not enough people watching. Like, am I wasting time? No, because we can't control other people. So I made a list of some other situations, and this is your homework for this week. I want you to think about some areas of your life. It could be, okay, I'm starting a new job, or it could be I'm dating, it could be I'm moving cities. I want you to start coming up with expectations for your things in advance and write them down. But some other ones that I've used recently would be okay, releasing music. I just released an album, but I wrote this down for every one of my song releases, album releases, and it would be whenever I'm releasing a new song, I can't control how many people stream it. I can't control if people like it or if they hate it. I can't control if it lands on a playlist or not. So I can't put my hope and my faith in those things. But here's what I did. If I do these things and it's a success, one of them was, okay, I want to make sure that the song is the best of my ability. I want to make sure it sounds really good. If that means going back in the studio another day to record new vocals, doing that. Even if it's inconvenient, it means doing that. I wanted to make sure the visuals were as good as they can be. And I'm in control of the visuals, so I couldn't blame it on anybody else. And I wanted to make sure that I would show up with genuine excitement and get to message and talk to the fans. If even if it was one person asking me questions about the song, I was like, it's a success if I show up and I can do that, because I love getting to chat with people. And for all of my music, I've done all those things, and so it has been a success. I don't look at the numbers. Everything is fake, and you can buy fake numbers, but at the end of the day, what is that doing? The purpose of music, at least for me, is to write about my feelings and to process them, and then to put them out there, hoping it helps somebody else out. And in turn, it makes me feel less alone too. But another one would be whenever I, if you have a live show or an audition, or whenever I've been playing live in California, which you should go to my website, lilykincade.com. I'll link everything below, but you can stay up to date with shows and blog posts and everything I've been doing there. But one of them would be okay, I want to make sure that I practice and I know exactly my set list and have it done. I want to make sure that I am wearing a great outfit, so I'm going to practice my makeup and pick out my vintage fashion look ahead of time. And 3 would be, I want to make sure that I am grounded and I am present while performing. So if that means, I need to take 5 minutes before I perform to get off my phone, not talk to anybody, go pray, drink some water. But all of those things are in my control. I can't control if one person shows up, or if 0 people show up, or if 100 people show up, but I can control those. So I have some more of them. Okay, let me scroll down to my notes. These are some, what are these called? What would these be called? These are I don't know the word. Scenarios. That's okay. So if you're in school right now, it could be college, it could be high school, it could be middle school. I don't know how young you are, but if you're in school right now, you can't control, say for example, you have a big test or final. You can't control how your teacher grades your paper. You can't control it. So, what you could do is you can make a list of being okay, I can't control how they're going to prepare for it, but I'm going to make sure that I have a really good study plan. And so I'm going to dedicate 1 hour every single night to working on this paper for 2 weeks before it's due. And even if I get a really bad grade, if I showed up and worked on it for an hour every single day and gave it my 110%, it's a success to me. Another one could be okay, I want to make sure that I am, asking for help when I need it. Write that down. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. Another situation for that could be like, say you have to give a lot of my friends have to do like presentations, or you have to do like, present a PowerPoint or something to the class. It could be like, I want to make sure I can't control what the grade is going to be, but I can control, like, I want to make sure I'm wearing an outfit that makes me feel confident. I want to make sure I have my cue cards, my note cards ready so that I can practice. I want to practice 3 times before I give the graded presentation. If I do that, it's considered a success. Okay, another one would be like a birthday. I've talked about this in my original episode, so you should definitely go watch that. But birthdays can be a huge like status of expectation in a sense. I think, I don't know why, it just seems to be, there's just a lot of emotions. I'm a crier on my birthday, but you can't control how you feel. You can't control who wishes you happy birthday, who doesn't. And so you have to pick the expectations. For me, I was celebrating a birthday and I was like, okay, what are the 3 things that if I do these things, my birthday is a success? And one of them was like, I want to eat my favorite food. I wanted to get dressed up and like feel like pretty and like do my makeup with my friends. And I wanted to go to the beach for sunrise or sunset. And I did those things. And so I was like, a success. Even if I was crying all day, it was a success. Another one could be like, you're moving to a new place and say you're a little worried, you don't have any friends, you're kind of scared and you're doubting yourself if you made the right decision or not. Set expectations beforehand. Like, you can't control if you have a bunch of friends right away, but you can make it like, okay, I'm going to do these 3 things every weekend. I'm going to go out to a new place for coffee. I'm going to I'm going to find a club and I'm going to show up, whether that be, a running club. You can look on, Facebook, you can look at local churches. And one of them could be like, I'm going to invite somebody I meet on a walk or to get a coffee. Like, sometimes you have to be the initiator. That person may not accept, but if you don't have any friends, you can't wait around. Like, you have to take action. And if you guys ever want me to talk more about friendship, I feel like that's a huge thing. I don't know. I feel like everybody's always talking about friendship because it's such a big thing. And like, so many people talk about relationships, but they don't talk about friendships as much. And friendships are relationships, But anyways, I just wanted to share that and kind of reiterate that. So basically, like, the key to not getting discouraged is setting expectations prior to these events in your life. Because if you set these expectations and you meet them, it's going to make you feel inspired to do it again. It's going to make you feel focused on the good instead of focusing on the things that you can't control. Because we cannot spend our lives focusing on things we can't control. Time is our most valuable resource. And you know what? Tomorrow is not promised. God is the person who wakes us up in the morning, and tomorrow is not promised. So focus on the things you can control. Give everything your 110%. And don't get discouraged at the things you can't, because life is too short. Like I said, Anyways, okay, we have to end this episode. One saying or affirmation. This is from my 2nd grade teacher, Mrs. Goncher. I love it. Ready? Today is a wonderful day. I am confident because I am a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, and make a difference in someone else's life. I just love that affirmation so much. Also too, okay, like I said, you guys can always ask me questions in the comments. I love answering them, but Bia asked what other books I was reading besides The Artist's Way, which I just started doing The Artist's Way again. The last time I did it was like end of summer 2022. And with my album being done, I'm like, I need to revive myself. So I'm currently doing this. If you want me to talk more about this, let me know, because I definitely can. But right now I'm kind of in between books. I'm a big Kindle girl, so I have my library account and you can check out books for free. But I need to I feel like probably over like Christmas, like once it's December, I feel like I'll be in like a, traveling, seeing family. Like, I feel like I'm gonna really get into my like fiction reading era. I need to go to the library. But I'm also currently reading this book that I decorated the cover of because I love decorating the covers of things. It's so fun to me. This is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's like a classic, but I love creating things like this. Like, this is probably one of my favorite things I've ever made. It's just a bunch of pictures, but there's just something about it where like turn regular things into art. I love turning regular things into art. There's like nothing better, in my opinion. Like this, it was just a book. I got it for free at one of those little free libraries, but decorating it, I've turned it into like a beautiful like table book. And so I keep this out and I just love it. And then last but not least, I'm reading my Bible. I'm reading my Bible constantly. This is a book that you never stop reading and it never stops reading you. Clock it. Anyways, okay. I love you all so much. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave it 5 stars if you're watching and listening on Spotify. It means a lot, seriously. And you can always comment. I love chatting with you guys. And yeah, I'm so happy to be back. There's a, I think it's Clara is her name too. There's a couple people who said they didn't have social media, but they found me on YouTube or Spotify. And so like, I'm so happy that you're here. And I hope this video helped you and just gave you that little reminder that, you know what, like you can determine how something is. You are able to set a standard for yourself and not let other people tell you how something is. You know, you can determine that for yourself. And so I just hope this episode helped. Once again, you can always DM me on Instagram, all the places. But okay, I love you guys, and I will see you in next week's episode.